Hello, people of the internet, and welcome to another episode of the Final Countdown. I am James Phoenix.
He is.
With me is Chriz the Mole.
I am. And because it's called Countdown, we have our very own Rachel Riley, Simon Leach.
Fuck off.
A cat on a unicorn.
Fuck you and die.
He's saying fuck you for calling him Rachel Riley. It's awesome.
I don't know who that is, so fair enough.
There's a TV show over here called Countdown where they put letters up on the board and you have to spell out words or numbers, you have to do maths. The woman who puts the stuff on the board and helps do the maths because she's really intelligent is called Rachel Riley. Used to be Carol Vorderman a few years ago. They made a Carol Vorderman joke, but she's left and we got a new one.
Fair enough. Anyway.
Countdown's really awesome.
It's
like an educational show about spelling and learning, and you have to dictionary, you have to write down letters. There's an American version out there called Sesame Street.
Somebody punch him.
You're closer than me. Anyway.
I think you missed the joke.
Damn.
Anyway, we are here this month continuing our Year of Heroes here on the Final Countdown in response to last year's Year of Villains. And so today we're going to get our top 5 video game heroes.
Yep.
So, per the usual, I will go last each round so I can take us right to the outro.
It's normally Simon first, isn't it?
We can do it that way if you want. Yeah, go ahead, Simon.
Usually you go girl, me, you.
That's true.
What the hell, dude?
Sorry, but that's you're in Pew's spot now.
Yeah, that's usually how it goes because Pew's normally the leftmost one on my screen. He's actually not this time, but we can go that way if you want.
I really hate you right now, dude.
Try batting your eyes at Jim and making noises, and it'll be the same.
No.
Yeah, please, no, please don't.
Absolutely not.
But you're number 5 character,
yeah, number 5, Simon.
I hate you all right now.
What game is I Hate You All right now from?
Shut up, you.
It's what he named his Pokemon trainer.
It is.
Number 5.
You guys want to go first while I recover from that? Alright. Okay, so for number 5, my pick is Solid Snake from Metal Gear.
Okay.
Nice. And Smash Brothers in his little cardboard box.
Yep.
I love he's back.
That's cool.
I like Solid Snake. He is iconic at this point.
Like he was one of my favorites growing up as a kid. You know, I've been with Metal Gear for a very long time, and you know, it's just one of those where you can't not love the dude. Come on.
And I will say, and I'm sorry if he's on your list, I like Solid Snake. I really fucking hate Raiden or Raiden.
That's perfectly fine. I actually like Raiden, to be honest, but he's not on my list.
Oh, good.
Mole number 5.
My number 5, I argue right now, is the most versatile hero in existence.
Okay.
He's been a doctor. He's played tennis. He's gone go-karting. He's a plumber. He used to be a carpenter. He's taken on dinosaurs and apes and everything. He's even rode a dinosaur. He is. It's me, Mario. Like, I say most versatile because, come on, how many different genres and different stuff? Like the Mario RPG, Paper Mario. You got the normal Mario stuff. You've got the parties, the spin-offs, the sports games. He's versatile enough that you put him in a game and people like him. And he's only number 5 because, unfortunately, he doesn't have enough personality to get him through the rest of it. But his versatility and iconicness makes him belong on the list, so I put him as 5.
Yeah, what about you? But
All right, my number 5.
I'm guessing he was quiet because that's on his list, and I'm sorry if I just insulted him.
No, that's fine. It is, but I later. So let's see here. Where is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah,
Go number 5.
I know. I'll just make sure I had them all. All right. I'll go with this one first. I turn the brightness down. Hopefully, y'all can see this.
I guess it's Jack, and the next one's Dexter.
No. No. It's Kratos.
He almost made my list.
Kratos, of course, from the God of War series. I'm currently playing in the process of playing through the most recent one. And Kratos has been a great hero, experiencing the tragedy of his life, the loss of his family, effectively selling his soul to the war god Ares, having to overcome the entire Greek pantheon, and now going on a new adventure, interacting with the Norse pantheon. So it's he's been a really intriguing hero, seeing his backstory, feeling his pain, and he's really fun to play as just because of all the cool combos and stuff his different weapons can do, and all the different little like little quick time things that he can trigger. And he's a great hero both for the character and for the gameplay elements that he embodies.
Nice. Yeah, like I said, he almost made my list. I do like Kratos. My things with that is I think the new Kratos from the game you're currently playing has so much depth to him, and he's so fucking awesome. The original stories for Kratos, I was like, because he literally went from a scene where, oh no, I've got to just see my family die. I'm now covered in their ashes. Sees a woman, yeah, let's fuck her. I'm like, there's not much depth for that. He's like, yeah, I'm gonna kill and fuck everything. I'm Kratos, and I'm like, no, it's a generic action hero, but I fucking love playing as him, like you said, like it's different stuff. But I almost put him on the list just for the new one because I really love what they've done with him now.
Yeah, I haven't gotten, I'm partway through it yet, but yeah, everything I've seen so far is really good. Seeing obviously his, while not out, directly express his inner pain at losing another wife who passed away, concerned about his son and whether his son is going to be able to survive on the trek they have to make.
Yep.
And
also, we learned something new about Kratos in the new game.
Did we?
Apparently, did you know he can't pronounce the letter R?
Interesting.
Instead, he always pronounces it B. That's why he's constantly calling to his son Roy, but he keeps mispronouncing it. That's not even remotely true.
No.
Well, he's like, boy. He's not actually secretly saying boy. Or you can.
Oh, no.
Is he on anybody's list?
Shockingly,
I think Dan is on Simon's.
No.
Anyway,
Simon, number 4.
Number 4 for me is 2B from Nier Automata. Have you guys played that?
I have not. I've seen it, but I have not played it.
Alright. So for me, I love Yoko Taro for the fucking storytelling that he does from Drakengard to Nier Automata. And 2B is no exception on that one because obviously she's an artificial human who is learning how to process humanity and everything else. And it's such a mind fuck. And, it's just beautiful. It's heartbreaking as well, like all the crap that they go through in those fucking games, you know what I mean? And, it is just... come on. And she's fucking hot and just badass as well. Yeah. Fuck, yes.
Nice.
Mole.
My number 4, speaking of hot and badass, Jill Valentine from Resident Evil.
Nice.
She is a zombie-killing, awesome-ass police chick who's actually secretly in easy mode.
Yep.
Literally, if you played as her in the original Resident Evil, you got more stuff. Yeah. But if you played as Chris, the guy, you got less. So she was like an easy mode, so you got to pick which one. However, as much fun as the harder mode was, and I did complete it as Chris, I preferred Jill. I really like her personality. That's why when they brought her back for Revelations and stuff recently, I'm like, oh, Jill!
Yeah.
I just love Jill. Something about her character, I love it. Don't pay attention to the live action Jill, because those films are shit.
Okay.
And literally live action Jill does the Kingdom Hearts approach. She comes in there just to put over fanfic character who's the main character.
I do have to give who plays Jill in the live action, like, she does a bloody good job. Like, you know,
She does a good
for
job
Jill.
of what she's given.
Yeah,
However, unfortunately, what she's given is not Resident Evil.
yeah.
That's its biggest problem.
She actually fucking studied the movement from the game to get it.
It's like, and I can't believe I'm going to say this, the guy that played M. Bison in,
Well, Julia.
in The Legend of Chung-Li was awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Love that guy. He's currently in Legends of Tomorrow, I believe.
Is he?
Yeah, he was in Arrow and Legends of Tomorrow. I think it's the actor that played Damien Dark as M. Bison.
Shit.
Okay.
I think it was him. But
I
liked him. He was a really, really good actor, and he was really good. And he did the best that he can with his script, but unfortunately, his script was shit.
Yeah.
And it starred Kristen Krunk.
Oh, yeah. She's jumping in there. Yeah.
Yes, the very Chinese Kristen Krunk. Who, as people made a joke about, if you watch the movie, the little version of Chung-Li was like 100%. It's full on Chinese. Slightly older, it's like half Chinese. And then we get to Kristen Krunk, it's like a descendant of Chinese people maybe years ago. Like, as she grew up, being Asian was just a phase she grew out of. That's not how genetics works.
No.
Fucking terrible, dude.
What was that?
That's terrible.
It's not terrible to say that they should have cast a Chinese person to play a Chinese Chung-Li instead of making it predominantly more and more white as she went up.
She is part Chinese, though.
Really, really distant part.
Anyways, let's go on with the plot.
Yeah, it's really distant.
Oh, God, no.
Over to Jim, then.
Okay. So, speaking of hot and badass.
Oh, God, it's Duke Nukem, isn't it?
No. I actually have a tie on this one.
Alright.
Only because they're, well, the hot and badass applies to one half of this, although some people would argue both. Only because they're basically the same character. It's Lara Croft and Nathan Drake.
Nice.
Lara Croft's cool.
Yeah, Lara Croft is better. I like the Nathan Drake games. I know not everybody likes it because it's basically a Lara Croft ripoff, and that's fine.
And I will just update quickly, just like Jim likes to do. Wikipedia time.
Oh, no.
Kristen Krunk's father is Dutch and of the Dutch descent. Her mother is of Chinese descent. She's like a few stages removed from being Chinese.
She is part Chinese, though.
Very small part, that's the point.
Little part Chinese, though. Anyway.
Yeah, the point was it got predominantly less as it grew up, and it's like, no. But yeah, I like Thingy. I like Lara Croft.
Yeah, both
Nathan Jake, no, but Lara Croft's cool.
Yeah, which is fair enough. Yeah, I think both characters are great. I really enjoyed both series of games. I'm looking forward to the Shadow of the Tomb Raider coming out in a couple of months. Really going to give that a shot.
I would point out by both series of games, you mean the new series of Tomb Raider games. You don't mean the original.
That is correct.
Which kind of superior in some regards to Tomb Raiders.
Right.
In some regards, the new one has a lot of story and scope. The other one had better gameplay, I feel.
That's fair. Yeah, I haven't played any of the earlier ones, but since the reboot version of the franchise, I haven't played those. And I like both the Uncharted franchise and the Tomb Raider since the reboot back on PS3. And I think they're both really good games. I like that the the characters are actioners that can kick ass, but are also, and especially in Lara's case, but there's also a certain vulnerability as because she's in the earlier stages of career, she's learning how to deal with all this crazy supernatural shit, whereas Drake just stumbles into it because fuck it, why not?
Yep. I thought you were going to mention the part I always laugh at with Tomb Raider,
Which
the new one.
with the lack of tombs.
No, where she goes, "Ugh," and she kills someone for the first time. It's like, oh God, I killed someone. How am I ever going to cope? Next scene, handgun blows everyone away without battling an eye and just walks off. And you're like, no, your whole scene's ruined by this. You can't be like, oh God, I've killed. No, and then kill everyone. Unless it's a character development into a murderous son of a bitch.
Yeah.
What were you going to say?
I'm really not a fan of the new Tomb Raider games, to be honest.
I could see that.
Like, I prefer the older ones for Laura, because it's kind of trying too hard to make me try and care for her, but I don't.
I can see that. It does try too much with the emotions at times.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, you don't go from, oh my God, I've just killed someone, to, die, you bastards, die.
That's what I was about, yeah.
Yeah. And like that, I get it, it's, from a thematic point of view, it's her fighting back and whatnot, but come on,
Yeah,
like,
it was too quick, I felt, but I still enjoyed the game, minus the multiplayer. Although, I may play Jim on the multiplayer in the future for the second one.
Okay.
Whenever he gets it, just because I got the second one.
Right.
If it's Simon's number 3.
Yeah, Simon, number 3.
Yeah. So this is a joint one for me, from 2 different franchises completely, just because I couldn't decide between them.
You went with Ryu from Street Fighter and Chibi Ryu from Puzzle Fighter.
I would love to have gone with that, but no. Sora from Kingdom Hearts is there, along with Yui Hyuga from Shadow Hearts, which is an awesome PS2 game. If you haven't played it, keep it real. Sora, like, he's one of those characters that I just adore. Like, you want to pat him on the head and give him a hug and then slap him over the head for being an idiot.
I just want to hold him under the water till the bubbles stop.
Okay, Ted.
What? I'm not allowed to do that, hold him under the water.
Okay, Ted, he was not killed. Yeah, like, and he's come a long way. I didn't like how he got stupider in, like, Dream Drop,
A lot of Dream Drop was stupider. Even the game design, where it's like, oh yeah, I'm finally getting into this. Oh wait, now you're going to make me fucking emo bastard. Fine, I'll play as emo. Oh, okay, yeah, I'm finally starting to enjoy. Oh, you're pulling me back out. Thank you.
Like, as much as I would love to go with Riku, because he's my favorite character in the whole fucking thing at Kingdom Hearts, I gotta go with Sora just because of longevity.
I can see that.
Also because Riku is very on the borderline of whether or not he's a hero. He's more of an anti-hero.
Yeah, I mean, he does.
To be fair, I would argue anti-heroes are still good guys. Like, I would argue if Kratos counts, who literally ripped off God's heads for selfish reasons.
That's true.
Surely Riku, who went to the dark side and back to save his friends because power of friendship, heart to hand. Surely that's gonna. Yeah. Surely he would count.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
The second one being Yui from Shadow Hearts. It's an old PS2 game, and it's that.
As opposed to all those new PS2 games.
I know.
That's the one where you play through Kingdom Hearts, except it's all black and white, and you're playing as that heartless version of Sora, right?
No, you idiot. That's called Kingdom Hearts 2 with Roxas. Yeah, fuck you.
No, I believe this is Shadow of the Heart of Sora, so it's like an emo version where he's gonna kill.
Anyway, before the jokes intensify, it's just a wonderful game, and Yuri, he's a badass mofo who's cheeky as all hell, and I love wit. I love characters with that cheekiness to them. The ones that will just openly just go, oh, piss off, like bite me kind of thing.
Well, you're gonna love my number 3.
Yeah, like I could actually hop on about them all day, but I'm not going to. So let's go with the next one.
No, I've heard that one's meant to be good though. The Shadow game.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I just missed it. I'll be honest. When I had a PS2, I missed a lot of games because at the time, while I was gaming, I was mainly doing it on Xbox or GameCube. My PS2 existed mainly for wrestling games and Dragon Ball games. And Transformers Armada, because that game is fucking highly underrated.
Yeah.
I love that game. Oh god, that game's so good.
Anyway, I believe it was. Yeah, your number 3, Mole.
My number 3, the greatest pirate that ever lived.
Captain Jack Sparrow?
Guybrush Threepwood.
Ah.
He's from the Monkey Island games.
Oh,
like
yeah.
Tales of, Secret of, and Curse of, and stuff like that. He's literally a character that mocks the fact in one game he could stay underwater for exactly 10 minutes, and then he would drown without you faking it. And another game is like, yeah, I can hold my breath for 10 minutes. He's a character that's cheeky, mocks everything, and just approaches. Basically, imagine if Simon was a pirate, because that's what this guy stumbles through everything. And that's pretty much what Guybrush is, and it's wonderful. I love Guybrush. Like on one of the things, he has to trick something, so he grabs a parrot, makes it repeat what he's saying, and throws it in the cave to activate the voice thing on the other side. And you're like, that is just genius. Like he does very much because he's a point and click game, but the way you solve them isn't logical. Some of them you're doing it in really ridiculous ways, and it's just funny. He's a great character. I love Guybrush. People need to play him more. Nice. And there is a Telltale version of the Monkey Island games, which serves as a semi-sequel, which is pretty cool. And it was on PS3. You should check that out. I like them. And that was actually, and that one of the Telltales one was more like, do you know the Back to the Future one, Jim?
Yeah, I have that
one. It's actually more like the click and point, so you can walk around and do stuff instead of just being an interactive movie.
Oh, nice. That's cool. Anyway, my number 3. Being Me is one of the ones everybody knew was coming. If it's not overly bright. Come on. Yeah. Come on.
Oh,
why are you so bright? I turned the brightness down already. Come on.
Really? You picked Gex?
No. I never played Gex. I did, however, pick Spyro.
Of course Spyro was going to be there.
I'm shocked it is number 3. I thought
I'm calling Ratchet and Clank in the top.
No, Jack and Daxter.
Or that.
He didn't like Ratchet and Clank. He liked Jack and Daxter.
Oh, yeah.
I played the Ratchet and Clank remake on PS4. That was actually a fun game.
Yes, but the series you loved was Jack and Daxter up until it becomes a Grand Theft Auto one. So now we never have to mention this again for the entire review.
No, I don't mind when it comes to Grand Theft Auto one. I just didn't like the very last one that wasn't made by the company that made the rest of them because it was just a fucking cash grab. I didn't mind it becoming. It became really intriguing when it turned, because even though it did obviously turn into a Grand Theft Auto clone and drop its identity, the new identity it created in that game was also really good, just different. In my opinion, anyway. I don't. Anyway, yes, Spyro. Anyway, yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. But yeah, my number 3 is Spyro the Dragon. I'm looking forward to the HD re-release of his original 3 games. That is the what are they calling that? They had a name for him.
Reflamed.
Yeah, something like that. Anyway,
or reignited. I don't know.
Yeah, something like that. Anyway, that's coming out in September. I'm really looking forward to playing that. But in the intervening time frame. Of course, Spyro had 3 legendary games that existed on the PS1. He had some games on the PS2. Got a nice reboot near the end of the 2 and going into the 3 with the Legend of Spyro series, which added some celebrity voice actors and a much more involved story rather than just, you're a dragon, go breathe fire on bad guys. And they actually had a really intricate story about how Spyro was born, raised by the Fireflies, and became friends with Sparks and everything else. And that was a really good series, and I guess not only so many voice actors and the great gameplay, they let Spyro free fly, which was great, and they even went out of their way to make a joke when they knew people were mocking them, because in each game Sparks had a different voice actor. In the 3rd game, when they kicked that game off, they were frozen between games, and they get unfrozen, And I'm like, Sparks, you all right? Yeah, I'm here, new voice, everything's fine. So, anyway, and then of course I have not played it, but I'm sure Mole would be more than happy to expound on the greatness that is Skylanders.
Yeah, Skylanders was fun. I've still got it on the Switch. The one that was on the Switch, I still play that, and it's got Crash Bandicoot in that as well.
I heard they
cool.
added him. That's cool.
Yeah, I got the Crash level. And there's a Netflix show which Jim's totally said he was going to check out, but I assume by that he hadn't.
I did say I was going to do that, but I have not yet. But yeah, Spyro's just a great franchise, and they've managed to reinvent him periodically so that he stays interesting. And I think that's really cool that he's a character that they can do that sort of thing with. And I really like that they're doing the original 3 games over, because even though they didn't have a lot of story or a lot of dialogue, the gameplay was a lot of fun. Exploring these magical lands, breathing fire on some bad guys, freeing dragons or collecting things or whatever it might be. It was very fun. Excuse me. And I'm looking forward to playing them again.
Cool.
So Spyro. And also because Spyro was, between him and Crash, they were effectively the mascots of the PS1, so.
And Tekken.
And what?
And Tekken and Wipeout and Metal Gear Solid. They were all equally mascots, to be fair.
Fair enough. All right. So, Simon, number 2.
Number 2 is is Rikimaru and Ayame from the Tenchu series.
Yay.
Those two have a very close place to my heart, like
you.
I know it is there.
I've not seen any evidence of this.
Well, if you define heart as black void, then yes.
There you go. See, he gets it.
His heart exists in our minds.
I should be offended, but I'm not. Because I know it's true.
Give him credit, he said mind and not imagination.
I did.
True. Oh, never mind. Let's get on with it.
Yeah, so
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So, so obviously, PS1 era, once the second game came around with Birth of the Stealth Assassins and whatnot, you get a damn good origin story for these two characters where you see how the hell they become who they are,
Yep.
And it was one of the first video games to make me actually feel something for the characters, And that, for me, is a really, really bloody powerful thing. Because, well, I'm dead inside.
To be fair, I'm sure Lara Croft made you feel something.
No, nothing on that one. Sorry.
You didn't even try the code to try and make her naked?
I didn't even know about the code, for God's sake.
I wasted so much time.
It's Simon. He was too busy trying to find the code to make Duke Nukem naked.
I hated Duke Nukem. I respect him as an icon for the gaming, but I hate him.
Aristocrat.
But I hate him.
No, he's not an aristocrat. We're not just going to gloss over you calling him Duke. The way you pronounced it, it's Duke Nukem.
Not Duke Nukem of Nottingham or whatever.
He is the Duke of New Kingdom.
I'm sorry. He was one of those characters that, everyone. Obviously, I was only a kid when he first came out, and everybody was like, "Oh my god, he's so cool!" And I'm just there, no, he's not. He's a douche.
I'll admit, I liked him. For the first few games, I liked him, and it was amazing. As a younger kid playing, and it being like, "Oh my god, I can flush a toilet." Flush.
Yeah.
I enjoyed him because it tapped into that same mindset, which is why, Jim will know, the Attitude Era took off and stuff, because it was that mindset of the young teenagers being like, "Oh yeah, he's cool because of all this."
Right.
But he's not cool now.
No.
But yes.
I would have also gone with Kane from Legacy of Kane, but I didn't really know if he's counting as a hero for that one. Just because of all the mind fucks.
Yeah, we weren't sure because he's been a villain in games.
Mm.
Yeah.
He almost made mine, but we'll do honorable mentions last.
Yeah.
Yes. Mole, number 2. I think we're on
Number
2,
two.
right? Yeah.
Yes, number 2 is a character that's almost as versatile as Mario, maybe equally so.
Oh.
He's been a race car driver, a running racer, a werehog, and various other stuff. I'm referring, of course, to Sonic
All 3 of them.
When was he a werehog?
in Sonic Unleashed.
Yeah.
Was that
He
the,
got
was that the
Sonic-
2006 one?
Sonic. No, that's Sonic 06. But yeah,
Right.
that one's terrible for other reasons. This one, Sonic Unleashed, was really good for the daytime levels. Like, they fucking nailed the Sonic gameplay.
Right.
Then they fucked it all up, and if you have to play nighttime, you're a big, slow fucking werehog. And you're like, I don't want to be a fucking werehog. But yeah, there's all 3. There's 3 Sonics. But yeah, I like Sonic, as Jim knows. I've been a big fan of Sonic for years. He's as versatile as Mario, because they've put him in as many games in various different roles. However, he has more personality, because Mario's thing was, woo, it's me, Mario, look how fun I am, woo. Sonic's was, look how cool and attitude I am, woo, going around doing physics, and he skateboards, and he does all this cool shit. Sonic was just fucking awesome. And he's been in multiple cartoons, and most of them are cool. The one where he's got an underground band with his family, fuck that show. Fuck you, Sonic Underground. The rest of them I liked. I even enjoy Sonic Boom, which is on Netflix now for people to watch, which is really funny. One of my favorite things I love on Sonic Boom is a cake arriving at his doorstep, and then out the cake, Knuckles pops out with sparklers, and it's an awkward scene where Sonic's just staring at him as Knuckles is like, with his sparklers, and then after a few minutes he's like, and just leaves because it didn't work. It didn't help. Because the whole show is like you will love that show, Simon, if you've got Netflix, because each episode's only like 15 minutes. They're really short. And there's even an episode where Eggman's house is being fumigated, so he moves in with Sonic. What? I know you love that type of stuff. Speaking of Eggman, he will be played by Jim Carrey in the upcoming film.
He will. That is true. It's a combination. It's a combination CGI live action movie, and apparently Jim Carrey is going to play Robotnik or Eggman, depending.
Not depending. He is Eggman. That's his proper name.
Yeah, I just didn't know which one they were going to use in the movie.
Probably Eggman, because that's his name now.
Fair enough. Which is weird because I liked. Which is just a little weird because I like Jim Carrey as an actor, but I know it's been wrong because I know as they've altered his animation recently, it's become less the case. But I always picture Eggman as being like a fat dude, but I know he's become taller and less fat as the years have gone on.
He has, but I would also argue they can put him in a fat suit.
That's true.
They can use CGI and fat suit to make him more Eggman. Because to be fair, Eggman now is more lanky, but he has like a bit of a gut on him, so it'll work.
Yeah, okay.
But over to Jim for his number 2.
Yes. You think his mustache will be CGI?
Yours is.
No, I'm not Superman.
It was weird. It was weird. If go back for people and check out Countdown from like 5 months ago, our CGI editor guy kind of messed up, and his mustache spends the whole thing being a goldfish, and I don't know why.
Yeah, sorry about that, lads.
Anyway. Jack and Daxter.
Yeah. Wait, how are they not? How are any of your? How are your favorites not number 1?
There's a reason. Anyway.
Oh god, it's gonna be your creator character.
No.
Which isn't allowed.
No, it's not. Anyway, yeah, Jack and Daxter is even though my favorite video game franchise of all time, with Spiral very, very close behind it. There is another game here that I think is a superior hero, but Jack and Daxter are, of course, a pairing. Oh, hang on. Sorry, that's my headset's beeping. Sorry.
Oh, actually, I know who your number 1 is.
Yeah, because I mentioned it earlier.
Yeah, it's Dan.
I haven't got a clue, but I want to be surprised.
No. Anyway, yeah, so Jak and Daxter, of course, is a franchise that started off on the PlayStation 2. Much like Spyro and Crash were always kind of neck and neck as the main two of the general platforming era. Jak and Daxter and Ratchet and Clank started the same way on the PS2, although obviously Jak and Daxter drastically diverged in their second game, whereas Ratchet and Clank kind of stuck to their laurels through their many games. That franchise has so many games. But and every single one of them has a title listed innuendo. But that's neither here nor there.
Innuendo.
Anyway. But yes, Jak and Daxter started as a simple platformer in the first game, Jak and Daxter: The Precursor Legacy. But after the success around the same time of Grand Theft Auto 3 that revolutionized and introduced sandbox gaming.
Didn't introduce it.
Okay, revolutionized it then.
Didn't even revolutionize it that much. It was just popular.
Yeah.
Literally before that, and Simon may be able to, I don't know if Simon played it or not. He might have played it or not. He might have seen it. There was literally a game called Driver 3.
Never played it, sorry.
Where you could get out your car, run around, get in other cars and drive around a sandbox. And on PC, there's been various other sandbox games. It's just Grand Theft Auto 3 popularized it for the market. However, it didn't really revolutionize it or really make it like invent it as people think.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Well, anyway, when it
popularized it though,
when it made that type of gaming popularized, a lot of franchises, including Jak and Daxter, chose to capitalize on that. They were able to work that in because they left a bit of a cliffhanger ending at the end of the first game. If you collected all 100 and however many power cells there were in a game,
literally not the worst one to do that.
No, but they basically
Spider-Man 2.
Yeah.
Do you ever get all the tokens?
No, I don't think I ever did that.
I got all the tokens twice. Fuck that game.
Oof.
Because you got all the tokens, and it says, congratulations, you got all the tokens, and you're thinking, oh, I've played the PS1 game, it's going to be a suit. And it says, if you do this again, it'll say something different. So you're like, oh, cool, you go and collect all the tokens again, and just the word something different comes on the screen. It's fucking shit. I fucking hate it.
Oh, just roll, that's great.
And I've never gone out my way for collectibles again.
I don't blame you. But anyway, yeah, there are. You don't need all the power cells to finish the game. You need the vast majority. But if you manage to, I think you need like 80 something to finish the game. But there's 100 some odd in the game. And if you get all the power cells, then basically there was a cutscene where it opened a giant glowy portal, and everybody was like, "Whoa!" And then it just cuts off, so you don't even know what the fuck it is. So they could have made it anything. And so they decided in the next game it was a time portal. And so they flung him 100 years into the future into a cityscape, and Jak got all dark and gritty.
Cool.
And they continued that timeline through Jak 2 and Jak 3, while using a lot of interesting elements to connect it back to that original game by explaining that, oh, this is 100 years in the future, but here's how it ties back, because Jak was a kid in the future, but got sent back in time to be raised in a peaceful environment, so you could come back now and defeat the bad guy. Like, it was some circular time shit going on.
The hell?
Yeah, no, it was weird. It was one of those causality loops.
Ask.
Yeah, I'll explain it to you later if you want. But anyway.
Please do.
No, don't. We've done this too many times.
I'm not going to do it on the air. I'm just saying I'll do it later when you're not around or whatever. Well, but yeah, Jak and Daxter is my favorite franchise. I really enjoyed it. I was a little taken aback at the big change in 2, but then I really got adjusted to it. 3 is also really great. It continues the story and kind of wraps up the trilogy a little bit. There is the Daxter PSP game, which I actually just got from Anastasia Laserbeam, and I have not had a chance to play it yet, but I'm going to.
I'm shocked that's your favorite video game franchise.
Why?
I thought Power Rangers would be. It's got such amazing Metacritic reviewed games as Super Legends, Samurai on the Wii, Dino Thunder on the GameCube.
That one I heard is actually good.
It's not. It's not. Dino Thunder, you're literally playing as the Zords. It's shit.
Oh, that was. I'm thinking of one of the other ones.
You're probably thinking one of the ones before that, like Time Force.
Yeah, the Time Force and the Lightspeed ones. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of.
That's when they stopped being good.
I got you. Okay,
yeah,
so basically
they were good, and that's when they stopped after that. But we had one bad game in between of the Zeo Racers. What was that film?
Oh, yeah, I didn't even play that.
I didn't even know that was a thing until literally now.
Imagine Mario Kart, but less fun and the Zeo Rangers on bikes and stuff racing.
Yeah. But anyway, no, it could have been that anyway because they didn't start in a video game. I believe that was our rule.
I didn't say you could have voted them. You said it's my favorite video game franchise.
That's
My
true.
favorite video game of a franchise of all time could be Batman Arkham Asylum. It's not. But doesn't mean I'm going to put Batman on the list.
That's true.
Boom. Lawyered.
Fair enough. Anyway, yeah, so Jack and Daxter is my favorite franchise. I love those games. There's also a great racing game, Jack X Combat Racing, which is really enjoyable.
And there's a crossover of PlayStation Heroes, which is really fucking cool. He teams up with Sly Cooper and stuff. But anyway, Simon's number one.
Cut off.
You don't want to do honorable mentions first? You want to go to number one?
No, we do them last, in case
yeah.
someone's honorable mention is our number ones.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Sorry, I haven't done this in a while.
Oh, Jack-
Simon is the best. Simon's number one.
Yeah, and then there's also that shitty Jack and Daxter game that they made that wasn't made by Naughty Dog, and it didn't do very well, and they replaced this gun with a gun staff, which admittedly is a cool idea, but you did it with no warning and no explanation.
Yep.
How the hell does a gun staff work?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
It
We've
doesn't
been doing
matter.
the
I'll tell
same
you-
part for 10 minutes now.
Yeah, I'll tell you later. Okay, Simon, you're number one.
Dante from Devil May Cry. Anyone mentions the reboot, I will stab you in the neck. Fuck off. No,
DMC.
I'm talking about
Don't they?
Dante from the classic Devil May Cries. I love that man.
Fuck that Dante. He wasn't even good enough to make it into PlayStation All Stars. They had to go to the reboot one. It was much superior.
Even Jack and Daxter made it into that game.
I'm kidding because I was pissed when like Dante's in it. I'm like, yes, and then it's him. I'm like, fuck you. That's literally not the one anyone would want.
Like, it's funny. Not even the voice director wanted that one. He actually asked Ruben Langdon to do the fucking lines. Just go.
Yeah,
see
exactly.
for a copy. Yeah,
But
The whole-
it was because that one was new, so it was going to cross promote. I can understand
Yeah.
why. I just hated it. But yeah,
it was-
But
Dante's fucking
I
awesome.
understand they're bringing back the good one in the next game.
yes, I can't wait. Like, I missed the fucking initial announcement because I was at work. I picked up an extra. I got a text off Chris saying Devil May Cry 5 announcement in big fuck off capital letters. I was like, I have no idea what you're on about. And then I fucking watched it and tears of joy were shed. Actual physical solid tears of joy.
What Simon doesn't realize is I paid to put that online, and this is all an amazing practical joke.
But even you're not that mean. Even you're not that evil, mate.
No, it was an awesome announcement.
Yeah. Like, I have loved Dante as a character for many, many years. Like, I love, the style you get with him. I love, like, his cockiness and, the over-the-top craziness. And, gotta love the laid-back motherfucker. He'd rather,
Yep.
like, he
I would-
knows for a fact that he can kick everyone's ass, right?
I would make the case he's very much a product of his time. However, it's a time I liked because he's got elements of like all those darker, edgy, fun characters like Spike from Buffy and stuff all into one character from around the same time.
Yeah.
And it works, and I fucking love that. I love those characters. Like, he literally has a trench coat. That's so 90s.
It's very, very Japanese anime, in how he's presented, because obviously that's what Kamiya was influenced by at the time.
Yep.
Cobra. And, like, as much as I would have loved to put Virgil on here, like, or Nero, because I love them both equally, I love those two as well, but I'm sorry, like, I gotta go with
Yeah,
Dante.
I do love WWE Superstar Virgil and his little sign.
Yes. Yeah, that is my number one to absolutely no one's
Nice.
fucking surprise.
Nope, that didn't surprise me. But to be fair, number one shouldn't be surprising. They should be things where you're like, oh, they're cool.
Yeah. Mole, number one.
My number one is from a franchise not created by a video game.
Okay.
But I double checked and I used my wording very carefully when I asked him the question. It is allowed because he was created for a video game. Spoilers ahead, because there is a major twist with this character. Revan from Knights of the Old Republic.
Nice.
The twist is you're playing as a character. You do get to design him a bit, and you're playing as this hero throughout the whole game, Jim. Like for the beginning of the game, and you've got amnesia and stuff. Can you stop moving and make a noise, Simon?
Sorry, I'm opening a pack of Maltesers.
Yeah, you are over the top of everyone.
Oh,
But yeah, I was saying, yeah, basically, you're playing the game with the character you've created, Jim.
Mm.
And as you're going through the entire game, you're like, he's got amnesia and stuff. You're like, oh, what's going on? And then they literally do a twist midway through the game where the main enemy then reveals you're actually Darth Revan the whole time. You're basically a bad guy. And you're like, what? But you've hit your head, so now you've lost your memory. So, and it's up to you how you possess the character. Depends whether or not he goes good or dark, and you can go full good. And he is a great hero, and he's got lots of death. And that moment where it's revealed you're Darth Revan, I literally had to pause the game and was like, the fuck? Oh my god, what the fuck? Like that was a oh my god twist. Like it wasn't like, oh, it's the cabin was really in the woods the whole time in modern day shit like M. Night does, where you're like, oh okay. This was like actually up there with I Am Your Father, but in a video game, and you're like, oh my god, yes. Like I feel like if that came out now, the internet would deliberately spoil it.
yeah, they would.
Yeah.
Like I'll admit, when Pew played this game, I deliberately never told her the twist.
Yeah, she went in completely blind, didn't she?
Yeah, she went in. All I told was I enjoyed the game, and she asked me, "Oh, what part's your favorite?" I'm like, no, not telling you. She's like, "What?
Yeah.
Nope." And I think it was Simon I was talking to that, and I think Rick as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
Where they're like, "I can see why you're not telling her. This is gonna be cool." And when she came up, I was like, "Oh my god, I was Revan! What the hell?" I'm like, "Yes, exactly." Because spoilers are fucking shit.
Oh my god, I remember that. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but the reason I'm spoiling it now is because the game's so old. Chances are most people aren't going to play it, and it needs to be mentioned to mention why this character was cool. That twist was awesome. Playing as him and making the choices was fucking phenomenal.
Yeah,
And Knights of the Old Republic is my favorite game of all time, and he is just awesome. I love Revan.
Nice.
I wish they'd do a HD remaster of that game.
I
mean, EA has the rights to Star Wars games and owned by BioWare, who made Knights of the Old Republic. Fucking do that, or do a spiritual successor to Knights of the Old Republic, like set in between 4 and 5. No, in between 6 and 7.
Right.
And it would be amazing.
Nice.
That would work.
So over to Jim.
Fair enough. So I'm just gonna check. So Darth Revan was like, excuse me.
Bless you.
I'm sorry.
No, he wasn't like, excuse me. He was nothing like Rick Guerrero.
Funny. Anyway, so I know what you're saying. So, like, was that a character that existed, but
no, they made it for Knights of the Old Republic game, and they made a whole series, and then they've created the old Knights of the Old Republic franchise around these games and stuff.
Okay. And then there was like other stuff. Got it.
Yeah, it wasn't like, oh, he was in something before. They did it with this, and you're like, oh, cool. And the spoilers, you find out bits about him. You find out how ruthless Revan is and how fucking evil he is. And you're like, okay, so part of you expects to fight him because remember Sith, and part of you thinks like the episode 1 and stuff where like there's always 2, even though back then there's probably more, and there was a lot more. But you're like, okay, there's 2. I'm probably gonna meet Revan at some point. Then you find out you have met Revan, and you're him, and then you have to stop this bigger threat or eventually become a bigger threat, and it's fucking awesome. It's a fucking phenomenal game. Over to Jim for number 1.
All right. So my number 1, which was mentioned by Mole earlier, and has been kind of covered in detail. Really, not much needs to be said. It's a me, Mario.
I'm actually really surprised by this.
I'm not, because he mentioned it earlier.
Yeah, I did. When he was talking about Mario, I mentioned that I was going to discuss him later.
It's for the same reason that he's just so versatile. Not necessarily versatile because he's just a master. Because let's face it, like I said, he doesn't have much character. However, you put him on anything, it's fucking fun. Like Mario Tennis, better than Wimbledon.
Yeah, that's what's great about
Mario Football, better than the World Cup. That game was awesome. Mario Strikers, it was fucking awesome. I loved that game.
Fair enough. But anyway, yeah, Mario's versatile. He's been in so many different kinds of games, and he's just become so iconic. And the vast majority of games that he's in, anybody can just pick up and play. There's not really a learning curve, so they're accessible to everybody of all ages. And so that's what's really great about Mario and any games. And he's just, like I said, he's just become so iconic as that friendly face, like literally the face of video games as a whole. That it's hard to deny Mario as being the greatest. And my phone off, the greatest video game hero of all time.
Yep. It's me, Mario.
It is. Yeah, I'll admit I want to try out Odyssey. I haven't gotten to play that yet.
But I will say, character-wise for Mario, he needs to communicate better.
Yeah.
If he just spoke to the Toads and found out which castle the princess was actually in, he would have saved himself a fucking hell of a lot of time.
That is true.
Like every time he gets there, there's just a Toad. Nope, it's a different castle. And why the fuck are you stood here, mate? Seriously, you navigated through all of these traps just to wait for me this whole time, just to be a dick?
Well, fair.
Or you got in through the back door and then you locked it so I couldn't get in the easy way to be a dick. You couldn't even just put a flag up there saying, Mario, wrong castle. So I could be like, oh, okay, and just go to the next one. No, fuck you, Toad. It's not enough you screwed me out of the fucking Mario Olympics. Fuck you, Toad. You're a dick.
He screwed him out of the Mario Olympics?
Yeah, multiple times when I've played Mario and Sonic at the Olympics, Toad as referee would constantly screw me. Like he'd be like, you're over the line, and it'd show the replay. No, I'm not. I'm under the line. What the fuck's wrong with you?
Oh, jeez.
I always go out my way to kill Toad in any game I can.
I don't blame you.
Bastard.
I hate Toad.
Yeah. To give Toad credit for the other thing, though, and every single Toad did have a large fire-breathing Bowser within 5 feet of it.
True.
It did, but why was it there? Like, Bowser didn't kidnap the Toads, he only kidnapped Peach, which means the Toad was there the whole time just to say to Mario, nah. You could have communicated, you could have left through the back door and just told me. She's not there, it's a trap. Oh, okay.
Yeah, would have been good to know.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, sorry, different castle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is true. But then again, given the graphics in that game, Mario could have also easily just said, I wonder where she is. Well, I'm going to go to the biggest castle first and try that one before I check all these little castles.
Yeah, that's why Mario has to decide as himself to punch a hole in the ceiling, run along top and jump through a warp pipe just to save time because no one will fucking communicate to him where she actually is.
Yeah, exactly. But anyway, that was the final countdown.
Ba-dum-bum,
Ba-da-bum-ba-bow. All right.
Join us next month.
Yes, indeed. Join us next month. Let me see. What is our theme next month?
It's July, which I believe is Americans' Independence Day. So I believe we're going to be recovering either Will Smith or Jeff Goldblum related heroes, or heroes that have freed America, or top 5 America heroes.
No, I don't think we're doing that. But I do think that for the month of July, we are going to do the top 5 heroes gone bad.
Oh, that's going to be easy. Actually, no, that's going to be quite challenging, actually.
Commander Shepard.
True.
No. Revan. No.
Revan.
I'm going to make a case. If you have the choice to go good or bad, it doesn't count.
Okay.
Well, because obviously heroes, it's not just video games, but it's just heroes in general.
Are any Grand Theft Auto protagonists considered good to begin with?
Nope.
No.
I didn't think so. Just checking. But anyway, yeah, heroes.
Are any Grand Theft Auto protagonists greatest?
No, that's true.
They're all just basically, it's Scarface.
Kind of.
In one of them, it's this.
Yeah, it was Tommy Vassetti. Yeah, that was Vice City. That was a good game. Anyway, yeah, but this is the Heroes Gone Bad is not limited to video games. What?
Quick, Nico! It's time to go bowling.
Yes. Oh God, fucking Roman. Anyway.
Yep. Anyone but you, Roman.
Oh,
Wow.
Boom.
does it make it that much worse that I'm wearing the shirt?
It does.
Anyway. But yeah, heroes gone bad, which are not just for video games. They can be heroes for TV movies, whatever, as long as it's a hero that went evil. So
Yeah, and it doesn't have to have stayed evil.
yeah, they could have turned back as long as it's.
Mainly because it's a lot harder to find one that stayed evil.
Yeah, those very rarely do they stay evil, but.
Dark Swan.
Oh.
I'm joking. I'm not going to spoil anything.
No. Let's not go there. But Simon, that's the one where you put Riku.
Oh shit.
Anyway,
One I can
yeah.
actually have fun with.
So anyway, stay tuned for that next month, and we will.
Can my list be made entirely of Tommy? Or a cross between various Tommies and various Knuckleses? Knuckles gets tricked the hell of a lot. He's my favorite. Well, his second favorite Sonic character. My favorite's Amy, but Knuckles gets tricked a lot into punching Sonic in the face
Mm.
by the same guy in the same way.
Yeah. But he made up for it. He jumped out of a cake for Sonic with sparklers.
Yeah, you need to watch that Simon on Netflix. Sonic Boom. It's fucking hilarious.
I will do.
It's even funnier because, like, that's not something I would expect Knuckles to do. I would expect Tails to do that.
Yeah,
But
same.
Knuckles is like Tails would do it in like a goofy, fun way. Knuckles did it in an awkward way because he was trying to be nice.
Ah.
And it just didn't. It was
Now Sonic Boom is that the one where Knuckles is like big and muscular?
Yes,
Ah, that's even funnier then. Okay.
it is. I liked I liked Sonic Boom.
Yeah.
And just to clarify for people, hang on, let me pull it up and do that. It's not let me. Oh, fucking do it.
Now let me do that.
Open in a new tab. Do that. Close that tab. Open this one. Click the image. Pull it there. It's so fucking awesome. It shouldn't be awesome, but I died laughing when that happened.
Oh my god.
Fair enough.
That
Well, as I was saying, this has been the final countdown. Join us next month for Heroes Gone Bad, and we'll see you then, folks.